Hello and welcome to Financial Conversations with Brian. I'm at the Greenbelt in Kingsport, Tennessee today. And this right here is the Holston River. So I'd take you on a little walk and do a little walk and talk. I haven't done that yet, other than the mall video I did. But I had a subscriber actually ask me a question, and it was about rent prices and why they've gone up so much, and if I thought it was greed. And I thought we'd just talk about it a little bit today, give my thoughts on it. Now, if a landlord, maybe they bought that property here in the last couple of years with the real estate prices extremely inflated, and if they bought it with a loan, then of course that higher loan payment would justify a higher rent. But what if that landlord actually owned that property free and clear? Does that change things from a greed perspective? Well, I think it does to a certain degree. I mean, I do know that property taxes go up. I know mine shot up a good 15-20% in 1 year, and insurance prices have gone up as well. And I understand that the landlord has to cover those. So, if he figures out what that is per month and just tax that on that exact amount, that's not greed. That's just covering your expenses. I mean, you don't want to lose money. You didn't go into being a landlord to lose money. I did used to work with a guy one time. He was talking about renting, and he said, funny statement, he said, I like to rent because if something breaks, somebody else pays for it. And I couldn't wrap my head around that, and I was thinking, well, you're paying for it through your rent you pay every month. I said, that landlord is just setting aside a certain amount each month to cover those repairs. So yes, you are paying for it. But the question of greed, if you've had a property paid off, and you see all of a sudden that, okay, well, this property now will go for, let's just say $1,500 a month, and I'm currently charging $800. Should you jack it up that much if you don't have any debt service payment on it? I think that's a personal question. There's a certain amount of ethics to that too. I mean, if you don't have anybody currently renting there, I don't know. It just, like I said, that's a personal question. If you've had the same renter for, say, the last decade, and they've never missed a payment, they've been loyal, they've stayed with you, they've taken care of the place, never missed a payment, I think I would have a difficulty raising the rent, or at least substantially. Like I said before, like property taxes, insurance, say if that went up $25 per month, okay, that's justifiable. But jacking it up double, if you don't have any kind of loan on it or interest, I don't know. Comment down below what you think about that. I'd like to see what rent's going for in your area, wherever you live. Just comment below where you live and how much a 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartment's going for, or house. Beautiful day out here. When we get up here in a minute, I want to show you. I actually went to an apartment complex here in town. It was a new place that had been built in, say, the last, I think it was 3.5 years ago. And a beautiful place. Had a swimming pool, all kinds of amenities. I mean, you walked in and it smelled brand new, you know, it still had that new smell to it. But in my area, when I seen how much the rent was, and I'll show you the pamphlet in a minute, I was floored how expensive it was. Used to, 2 or 3 years ago, you could find you a couple bedroom apartment and it'd probably be maybe about $700 a month. But it's gone up dramatically. Kinds of people out here riding their bikes. River looks peaceful today. When I get up here in the shade, I'll pull out the pamphlet and let you see what the rent prices were. According to the inflation numbers that were released a couple of days ago, it was one of the highest increases on there was housing. It actually showed the fuel prices, the gasoline and stuff, dropping dramatically, but we know why that is. It's the strategic oil reserve being tapped into when it's supposed to be for a national emergency. Like if we go to war with somebody, our military would have that fuel to fight a war. So that's that. Nice little bench here. I'll sit down here and show you this pamphlet. Let's start with the smallest one. This is a 1-bedroom, 718 square feet, $1,175 per month. The next lowest on the list is a 1-bedroom, 838 square feet for $1,205 per month. She didn't give me prices on all these, but the next one on the 2-bedroom that she gave me, the cheapest, 1,048 square feet, $1,430. The other is a 2-bedroom, 1,223 square feet for $1,525. And they actually had, she said they only had 3-bedroom, and she didn't see them coming open, but I thought I would share this with you. Right there, the cheapest to get in there is this right here. A cracker box. Basically 718 square feet, 1-bedroom, $1,175 in Kingsport, Tennessee. Now I don't know, you know, if you're in California or New York or someplace like that, that may seem like a great deal to you. But here in East Tennessee, the wages aren't what they are in some other places. It's actually quite a bit lower. I'd say that the average person here probably makes somewhere in the mid-30s per year for an individual. For a family, I don't know, maybe 50, 60,000. But that's just for 1-bedroom. To me, that is just sky high. Knowing that just a few years ago, you could probably rent or even buy a 3-bedroom house for less than $1,000. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I just don't get it. It does make me feel sad for the young people that are getting out of school, getting the first job. I still remember in 1997, when I first got married, I had to rent a 1-bedroom apartment until I could get into my house. And it was $250 per month. $250. And it's probably about the same size as that on that pamphlet. Which also makes you think the other thing. Is real estate a great investment? Well, obviously it is. It definitely protects you from inflation. It's going up exorbitantly. I don't know if I can see any fish down there or not. The other thing about inflation and the government numbers, in the core inflation number, they exclude two main things: food and energy cost. Well, I'm sorry, but how can you exclude two things that everybody needs? That just don't make any sense to me. That just means the inflation number is just quack. Speaking of quack, so if you got a Canadian goose here. Look at this little boat. It's a flatboat they used to use on this river back during the pioneer days to transport products up and down the river. And this is a historic building here. Let me show you this. This is the historic Netherland Inn. Andrew Jackson stayed there. This was a major trading post. Part of the Daniel Boone Wilderness Trail. A lot of interesting history. Man, it's a beautiful day. But if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. It'll help us get that YouTube algorithm going. Sometimes the water level here in this river has gone all the way up to the road up here. Once that little boat right here it was halfway underwater. Anyway, I think I'm gonna cut this video short, and guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Onward and upward. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.